Hey, yo, it's Wednesday. You know what that means. Yes, that's right. It's time for Sarcastic Distractions, the interesting podcast for interesting people, featuring, as always, the Gentleman Society of Podcasting. Myself, Harvey, my heterosexual life mate, David,
Hello,
and the ever-loving AJ.
Go Sarcastic Distractions.
Is that our new
no, that's
jingle?
that's copyright.
Oh, is it?
You
Okay,
can't
well,
use that.
you can't even say go. That's like
Probably not.
Inspector Gadget. Go.
Inspector G Gadget.
Gadget.
Yeah. Gadget.
It's his British cousin.
Gadget.
Gadget.
Yeah. I watched the original Inspector Gadget.
Inspector G Gadget.
Inspector Gadget.
If you couldn't figure it out, today we are talking
About Care
Power
Bears.
Rangers. Care Bears.
What kind of?
I mean,
Yeah.
kind of.
They're all different colors.
Sure, yeah.
See?
Yeah,
They help people.
I got stuff from the bellies. Anyways. No, we're going to talk about Power Rangers. AJ, let's talk about the wonderful franchise that is Mighty Morphin Power Rangers.
Well, yeah, I think we're gonna probably stick more on the Mighty Morphin end of everything.
Oh, are we? I don't
mean,
know, man. Ninja Force,
We can touch on it.
Time
but,
Force.
I mean,
What other Force? Dino Force.
Well,
isn't Dino Force essentially the same as Mighty Morphin Power Rangers?
I'm glad you guys brought that up because I thought one of the first things I was afraid it's going to be one of those, yeah, do you remember watching some later version? I'm like, yeah, no, I watched the original series and then I don't think I ever saw another.
I think I'm in the same boat.
Yeah.
I've definitely caught episodes of other iterations, but I've never watched anything.
Sorry,
like they
that's a
did the
lie.
original.
I've tried to watch
Oh, you have?
the ones that are on Netflix,
Oh, yes.
which are the later. Actually, I think it's like the most recent.
Oh, I
whatever
didn't know there were
Dino
ones on the
Dino
Netflix.
Force powered
Oh,
jungle
Okay, I didn't even know there were
jungle
any.
space
didn't know
time
either.
I didn't know.
Zeo.
Yeah, I didn't know
I didn't
Power Rangers on
Ranger.
Netflix.
Yeah,
Yeah, the last time I watched something we could call Power Rangers, I think I attempted to watch that movie.
the most recent one.
Yeah,
that
like
they had
the
out there.
2016-ish.
Oh
timeframe.
yeah, we're supposed to be more edgy and serious, but it really wasn't.
No, it was just one of
It was
those.
a big ass commercial.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah.
It was one of those. I have to admit, I went into it just being like, "Hey, maybe I'll be nostalgic." No, I was just irritated the entire time.
Yeah, I felt the same way when I
Yeah.
watched
I see
it.
what they were trying to do with it, and I think had it been done, maybe written differently,
Mm.
it might have worked.
Mm-hmm.
Because I mean, the idea was kind of there,
It
but
was.
then everything they threw in, like the pot was there, but then everything they threw in the pot to make the soup didn't really.
Tastes good together.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It was
I get
funny
you.
when you said pot. I'm like, there was pot in the movie. I don't remember that.
Maybe. There's some dude jerking off a fucking cow at the beginning, or a bull at the beginning of the movie.
That's true. Yeah.
Jason, because he's
Right.
doing like a prank on another school
Yeah,
or something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's disturbing.
But anyway, that's way off the topic.
way off
Well-
topic.
Well, not way. I guess
Not
we're at least
way.
talking about the
For
general.
But yeah, Mighty Morphin Power Rangers
Yeah,
came out in what, 94?
94, 92.
93, 94?
Yeah,
I'm
somewhere.
going to say 93, 94.
Okay.
I thought it was
I mean,
92 as well, but I
let me-
could be
let me-
wrong.
Yeah, either way.
Let me check my nits.
Interesting. Well, you're looking that up. I do remember watching that show and feeling like, am I too old for this?
Yeah, it was
Yeah.
that awkward. What I remember too about it was that weird transition where it was one of those, because at the time I think I was supposed to have a babysitter, but I never went.
You just skipped out of the babysitter.
Well, I just never, like, after
You
school.
did that? I didn't even know that.
I never got in trouble for it. The babysitter didn't mind. She still got paid.
Sure.
My mom didn't
Got
know I
another
was skipping
boyfriend.
out.
Yeah.
Like, it was great for the babysitter, actually, and more
Indeed.
than anybody. But yeah, that's what I remember most about it.
Okay.
But I would have been like 11 or 12, I think.
I remember what hooked me on Power Rangers. I mean, the martial arts was okay, but it was definitely, when we were that age, it was definitely cheesy at that point.
Oh, it was cheesy. It was just, something on afternoons. I remember watching
So-
it in afternoon.
Yeah, yeah.
93.
Okay, 93.
Yeah, that'd be
So-
about right.
So we would have
Yeah.
been about 12,
12, 13.
12,
I'd be
13.
12.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
would have been 12.
That
Yeah,
makes
it would've been
sense.
12.
Okay.
So yeah, and yeah, to agree with your point, it was definitely one of those super cheesy, like
Yeah.
when we're 12, it was like, this is kind of lame, trying to be like a Saved by the Bell, but martial arts.
You're missing
Saved by
one
the
important
Bell.
point, though. It was lame. It was meh. But why did I watch it? We know why I watched it.
Zordon.
Pink Ranger.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, I gotta say, guilty.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know.
Guilty of that one too.
Both Pink and Yellow Ranger. They're amazing. They're amazing.
I have to admit, I was definitely more Pink Ranger.
Oh, for sure. For
that
sure.
was definitely where,
Yeah. Well, it was definitely
I
that
would
for
sneeze
me.
while watching the show sometimes.
So let's go.
But the other big hook was definitely the giant robots for sure. I was like,
That was fun.
yeah, it was good.
It
but
was fun.
it was, let's be honest.
Yeah, yeah, it
Kimberly was
was
amazing. Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Yeah, we got nothing else to say.
Okay,
Podcast done.
that's it.
Podcast over. All
over.
right, that was
Um,
it. That was it. We
So
came.
did you guys like watch it like religiously,
No,
or was it just
No.
a thing that was on?
it was a thing.
I
kind of
think
thing.
I did see all of the episodes for whatever the original season was, but like I didn't do it on purpose. It was the afternoon thing.
Afternoon, after
Yeah.
school.
Yeah.
Again, I'm probably the same boat where if you were to put on a random one, I might be, oh yeah, I think I've seen it.
Yeah.
But yeah, I never wanted, never tried, none of those
I,
things.
I got excited for the movie when it came out because I thought it was
Mhm.
going to be really good.
Like the original movie.
Yeah, because I honestly did think that everyone was going to be skyboarding. Like I thought that was the thing that we are going to do, but we're not doing that now.
No,
Nope.
no, we don't do that.
That's not a thing. But the movie was kind of good, but it wasn't really good.
It doesn't hold up.
Not at all.
I don't remember
I
the
tried
movie.
watching
So
it
bad.
actually not too long ago.
Oh,
let's
boy.
say days ago.
Well, I'm glad you said days.
And
No,
it
yeah.
doesn't. It's boring.
I don't know if I ever saw the movie, I have to admit. The original
With
movie.
Ooze, the
I
purple
don't-
guy.
Yeah, I don't know if I ever saw that.
You're not missing out, I don't
Yeah.
think. The CGI, I think, at the time, I think it was really cool. Now it's so bad.
Well,
Like,
yeah.
It's so
Terrible.
bad. Yeah.
It's terrible. I was watching the Toy Galaxy,
Oh, yeah,
thing,
yeah.
and
Shout
they
out to Toy Galaxy.
and he was saying it looks like the CG looks like animation mock-ups, and then they ran out of money.
I was like, oh, shit.
Right?
Well,
So they-
we'll,
let's
I
just
guess
through what they had in
Yep.
the movie.
we'll
sort
render
of
these
thing.
at some point. No, there's no rendering. You're just
Yep,
putting
they're
those in.
done.
Oh, okay. All right, then.
It just is what it is.
Yeah, yeah.
But yeah, so it was what we got in. I did a little bit of interwebs looking,
That's good.
and
That's a good thing to
I
do.
asked Jeeves,
Yeah, Jeeves.
and he said that that the Power Rangers that we know and love
Uh-huh.
originally is not this.
Oh, yeah.
Dun,
What?
Dun, dun.
No.
Yeah, so for those who don't
on
know,
now.
I'm sure we all know, it was intercut with a Japanese show from the same time
Yep.
period,
Yep.
which falls in a series of what's called Super Sentai.
Super Sentai.
And this was Super Sentai, what was it? Zeo Ranger or
Okay.
something like that.
Oh, I didn't know that
I
detail.
could be
must admit.
butchering this, but
Okay.
yeah. So, and it was much different.
Yeah.
It wasn't 5 teenagers
Yeah, what-
called by some.
What was it
alien.
about?
I will tell you because I watched the first episode before I came
Oh,
today.
okay. Cool.
It's more of like a mystical kind of thing. Like, so, Rita gets found. It's kind of
Wait,
the same but different. So Rita's not Rita. Her name is Miss Bandero.
but is the same actress who plays Rita in the Super Sentai?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow. Oh,
Because those are things that weren't reshot.
oh,
I knew that. I remember hearing about that.
I did not know that.
Because they
That's
had-
mind blowing.
Because they still had in the scenes with Rita, they'd have like Goldar and
Yeah,
all,
yeah,
all
yeah,
that
yeah,
stuff, right?
for
So
sure.
they didn't reshoot that. They
Huh.
just clipped it from the Japanese.
I thought they would have reached. Okay, that's cool.
No.
That's cool. That's really
Yeah.
cool.
And so yeah, she gets found on the moon, and she's this like super evil witch lady, like an actual like.
Oh, like
witch.
the witch from Sailor Moon. She was a weird witch, right?
I'd never
Okay, I know.
watched
Go on. Sorry.
Sailor Moon.
You were talking about
Yeah.
the haggard face. I can't
Yeah,
remember.
But yeah,
vaguely-
like an actual witch lady.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
And she doesn't like children, so she captures these 2 children who are in the spaceship that brought the people to the moon. It's weird. Anyway,
Yeah.
So and then it's
Power
more,
Rangers is completely normal.
I know.
Anyway,
It's
moving
so
on.
normal.
and then this like wizard guy on Earth finds out that she's been released, and she comes to Earth, and they have their little back and forth or whatever. He's like, "Oh no, I have to go wake up the Power Rangers." I guess they're not called Power Rangers, but I'm gonna call them Power Rangers for the sake.
yeah.
But I gotta
The
go
Super
wake
Sentai Warriors.
So they're actually knights, and one's a princess. So,
Oh,
they're
yeah.
like from like millions of years ago, and they've been frozen
To come back.
Oh.
to come back whenever needed or whatever. The whole story is like humans used to live in harmony with dinosaurs,
Mm.
and then each tribe had a dinosaur protector. So
Oh.
so like the
Kinda like
tribe that
Voltron?
like the Red Rangers from would have been protected by the Tyrannosaurus.
Oh, that's neat.
So they're all the warriors from these tribes who've been frozen to come back whenever Rita.
That would also explain why we had like dinosaurs representing the different eras, right? Like Tyrannosaurus didn't exist at the same time as woolly mammoths,
Right.
right? So yeah, okay,
Yeah.
that's neat.
Yeah.
I don't think they were thinking that far ahead.
Oh no, I don't
But-
think
I
that, that was a
going
plan
with
at all.
this.
Yeah.
So yeah, they're more of a mystical thing, and they already have their powers and weapons and stuff like that, and they already know how to do what
everything.
they need to do.
Yeah.
And each season is its own story, so
Oh.
it starts and it ends.
Caps off, yeah.
Nice.
So yeah, it doesn't move on to the next season.
It's
like
funny
the
that
American
style has
version
actually
did.
come back.
Yeah,
Mm.
the
That-
syndicated style.
Well, the season style, like
Yeah.
in off times, you can watch some sort of season on the Netflix or any of the Amazonies, these things, and it literally is. You could pick it up anywhere, start, finish. If you're fully engrossed, you get a bit more story.
Yeah,
But a lot of times, you can do a pick up, drop off.
that's true. That is something that has become prevalent
It's
again
kinda-
in the last
yeah, it's
5
come back
years or
again.
so. Yeah, I would
Yeah.
agree.
Mhm.
Yeah. Well, that's interesting. Huh. I kind of like that even more than the actual
It
premise.
looking
Mighty Morphin Power Rangers.
looking into it, it seems like more of an interesting story.
Yeah,
Because there's certain aspects of the original that were in what we got, but didn't make any sense. Like
sure.
there's an episode of the American version where they have to get these crystals, but they never really tell you what the crystals are for.
Well, they're crystals.
They're just like,
You need crystals.
so we can find each other if we
Yeah.
ever go missing or some
Hmm.
stupid crap. But
Maybe
in
they need
the,
to figure out warp drive. Who
in the
knows?
original, they need them to actually power the Zords.
Okay.
Right, so they put these things in, and then they make the Megazord or whatever, and Megazord can talk.
Oh, that's weird.
Yeah, actually,
Yeah,
I like the Power Ranger version better, where the Megazord is your thing.
Yeah.
It's your car. It's
Yeah,
your-
you pilot it.
Yeah, yeah.
Exactly. Yeah,
I-
I like that.
Well, they
way
still
more.
pilot it, but I think he's sentient to a
But
degree.
why are you piloting
then
a
why-
fucking sentient being?
I have no
yeah,
idea.
like come on,
Dude,
AJ.
it's a Japanese freaking sci-fi show, man.
That's
And there's
so
no
true.
Zordon.
Oh, okay.
It's
That's
this
weird.
wizard dude.
Oh, so it's
He's like
well,
the,
so
the,
there
the
is-
white wizard or something like that. They call him.
Was he
Oh,
white?
Better not be the
He had like white hair and like
better not be the
white
Grand
robes and
Wizard.
stuff
That's
like
wizard. that's bad.
that.
That's-
And,
That means it's a whole different show.
and yeah, and did you guys ever notice how in our version, you probably noticed the Pink Ranger has a skirt, but
Yes.
Yeah.
the Yellow Ranger doesn't have a skirt?
Did not notice that.
You never noticed that?
No.
Well, they're both women, right?
Yeah.
They are, yes.
But in the original, the Yellow Ranger was a boy.
Oh, okay.
His name was Boy.
Oh, boy.
Just so you didn't forget.
Yeah, right.
Just so you didn't forget.
His
Hey,
name was Boy. B-O-I. Boy.
don't let the color fool you. Yellow's for boys too, man.
That's a
Boy.
good
Yeah.
call it on the skirt.
Boy.
Yeah, I never noticed the Yellow
Yeah.
Ranger didn't have a skirt.
No, I didn't even
Yeah,
notice
and
that.
that's why.
Huh.
And then you can notice certain other differences like between the actors and the original actors,
Right.
because like Jason, the guy who played Jason, was a big bulky dude.
Yeah, yeah.
And then they change into the Power Ranger thing, and he gets all like
Well, and to
super
be
skinny
honest,
and stuff.
even when I was that, 11, 12, whatever age I happened to be, I still even knew back then that the ones doing the fight scenes were not
Yeah.
the same actors,
Yeah,
that
yeah.
were, I could tell.
In fact, maybe that was our first foray into kind of seeing behind the scenes, right? When you realize, okay.
Yeah, I
Well,
don't-
because it
yeah.
looks noticeably
Yeah,
different.
The film quality is noticeably different.
yeah, everything's
right?
different.
Everything's very
Yeah. But-
very.
What's funny though about it, in some ways, and this is more of a retrospect than during, I kind of didn't. I don't mind it because it kind of gave that sense of here's the silly having a westernize,
Mhm.
and then here's actual just shots of fun of people fighting in the costumes and different things. Like
Yeah.
even when you got to the big scenes where there was the two giant things beat the shit. Even back then, everybody knew it was a fake, just little mini things in a
What?
proper camera shot.
Robots
like-
don't move like that?
Oh,
what?
yeah.
No. It was dudes in suits.
Yeah.
It was dudes
was
in
that,
suits,
yeah,
man.
yeah.
Was it really?
Well, it
was,
was like
yeah.
how they did Godzilla.
Oh,
So they were
back-
fighting. They were
Oh.
fighting in miniatures, right?
I
so
never
the
thought of that.
the
I
city
actually
itself
thought it
was miniatures, and that's why you actually got the proper.
Oh, okay.
So it wasn't stop motion.
Okay, I
Yeah.
actually, my memory of that is incorrect then. Shit, because my memory is stop motion, that styling.
No.
now I almost feel
definitely
like
not.
I should go back and
You should go back.
Google
for
on
sure.
the YouTubies.
See people dress up and fight each other.
Yeah.
Also
What's
known as
funny,
wrestling.
totally off
Large
topic.
cardboard cup.
Yeah, for sure.
Well, what's totally off topic, and this is going totally off topic. Halloween, when I was in kindergarten, my father made me a Transformer costume that was literally cardboard with the lights and everything in it, and I went to school in it.
Why did you have pictures of that? I didn't know that.
Oh fuck! I don't think I do have pictures of
Jeez,
it.
man.
You know,
Amazing.
so it was great. Everybody loved it.
Yeah.
Funny thing was, and I've never told I don't think I've told my father this. I actually had to take it off because it was so fucking heavy.
That's a big costume. for
It
sure.
was a great fucking costume. So fucking heavy.
Dad, think of your kid, man. He's got to carry that thing. Lift
Oh,
some
yeah.
weights.
It was,
Lift some weights, son.
Yeah, it was a
Get
great
fit,
costume.
boy.
Oh yeah, it was a great costume though.
Yeah, man.
Fuck.
I'm jelly.
Yep.
Definitely did
Anyway,
not get Transformers
Sorry,
costumes.
it just
Anyways,
popped in my head.
cool.
So, yeah.
Power Rangers.
Power Rangers.
Well, I read recently that they switched 2 actors right in the beginning for financial reasons.
3.
3. That's
Yeah,
right.
there were 3, and it wasn't necessarily financial reasons.
Yeah.
They wanted to renegotiate their contracts, and
Yeah, because they were getting paid nothing.
yeah,
Yeah.
and they said, "No, fuck you,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
peace out,
Well,
find somebody else."
It's funny because I agree with you in the point that I like that style. It's fun. Like I don't think I cared that they spliced footage from a Japanese show and then created this out of it.
Oh
I
yeah, I did.
It was somewhat jarring, though.
It was a little jarring, but like when you think about it retrospectively, especially, like as a business decision, that makes perfect sense. Of course, why wouldn't you do that? That's an easy way to make money. It's a cheap way to make money for the most part, right?
Well, especially back in those days, and I'm not trying to knock us back then, but we were stupider back then.
yeah, sure.
The concept of like today, getting subtitles or even obvious voiceovers, everybody's kind of is far better nowadays.
Agreed. Yeah, it was
Whereas
a learned
back
behavior. back then.
then,
Oh, yeah.
it's more of a no. We don't want to show actual Oriental people necessarily
Right.
on the Western channel.
Right.
Let's have off costume.
We want-
be
yeah,
this
exactly.
style. All the fighty
Oh,
scenes.
I don't think we would have got what was going on, man. Like
Mm.
it's fucking confusing. The original shit.
Oh,
the
God.
original. We would not have as the Western kind of.
Yeah,
no.
we're not smart enough.
No.
Now I think we would because I think we're more sophisticated with the world's.
I think
world being more
now.
interconnected, but you're right. Back
But
then,
I also think fantasy in the way that they're presenting it is more accepted now.
yeah,
Since the
Yeah,
whole
I'd
Lord
agree.
of the
for
Rings,
sure.
Hobbit
Movies.
movement.
Yeah, but
Yeah,
that really
movies, 'cause
changed
the,
things.
The books have been around a little longer.
Yeah.
Yes,
But you're right though. The movies
for
there
sure.
was a massive shift to fantasy and people just kind of making whatever the hell.
Because I
they
mean, you
wanted.
had small pockets of it.
Mm.
Yeah,
in
of
the
course.
80s and 90s and stuff like that. Like
Yeah, we got our Secrets of Nim. We got
Legend,
Legend,
stuff
yeah,
like
little
that,
things
but
like
it
that.
wasn't-
Legend was a good one.
it wasn't
It
a
was great.
well. I guess in the 80s it was
Labyrinth.
kind of a big deal.
Labyrinth, but you're right though. There were like little bits here and there, and then Lord of the Rings comes out, and it's like a floodgate.
Oh yeah,
it's like a
and
floodgate.
now Dungeons and Dragons is coming back
What the fuck, dude?
huge,
Yeah.
like huge.
Oh, playing it.
Killing me.
like D&D is.
No,
Yeah,
they're making a
D&D.
movie too.
Oh,
Yeah, they're gonna
that
do a movie.
frightens me.
I know, me too.
They're making
but-
another movie.
Yeah, it
No, wait, the
frightens
first
me.
one never happened.
Yeah,
That's
the
the
first
truth.
one-
That's
well-
true. That was a fever dream.
God, yeah, I know. It's just
The Marlon Wayans.
I know. Why did he sign up for that? What? He better get paid a lot of money. Fuck me.
Moolah.
He did that just before he did Requiem for a Dream.
yeah. Somebody else was in that.
What the hell, man? You go and do Dungeons and Dragons and you do a freaking prolific film.
Hey,
Oh my god!
I have to admit though, in some ways, that just shows how good of an actor
Yeah,
you are.
good point.
That's
Yeah,
true,
that's true.
that's
That
true.
that shows his range, right?
Yeah, yeah. Why
He
did
could be
this
the
and this?
gesture, or he can be the guy who loses his arm because of drugs.
Yeah,
Yeah, for
like,
sure.
it's
Agreed.
one of those
Or not, he
things.
didn't lose his arms. No, he just lost everything else. That's
Oh,
right.
I don't remember.
I try to forget that movie.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh yeah, it's in the watch once. I'm
Yeah,
done.
I'm good. I'm
Yeah.
I
good.
don't think I've
thanks.
ever been in a sober state and having watched that.
Don't watch it in a not sober state. Honestly, don't do it. You're gonna have a bad time.
It was like Pink Floyd,
pizza,
The Wall.
You pizza, then you French fried.
It's
at
been
that
a long
point.
time since I've seen The Wall. Fuck.
Yeah, I'd watch that
I
again.
haven't
No,
seen-
I think Requiem's way.
Oh no,
fucking
Requiem's
more.
way worse.
It's way-
The Wall
imagery's way
has
worse.
scenes in it that are definitely hard, but
You
the
sure?
overall is, I think, my memory.
I
Anyway.
just
Yeah, me
remember
too.
watching. I mean, I've seen The Wall quite a few times, but I remember the one time I watched it, realizing how fucking depressing it was.
Oh, it is.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
depressing.
Anyway,
It's like on the same board as 1984. But back to Power
back
Rangers.
to Power Rangers.
Back to Power Rangers.
of Power.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Yeah. Now what are we talking about?
Sophistication. of
No,
Power
as I said,
Rangers.
like I like that. Well, here we go, and it might be a bit early still, but it's one of those standard question. Which Ranger did you like the most? Like, what was your preferred Ranger?
Can we say Pink Ranger? Pink Ranger.
Well,
I'll
so,
like Pink
okay.
Ranger. Wait, are we
Let's
gonna do murder?
exclude- let's
Murder,
exclude-
Mary, kill. Like, what are we doing? Here?
Let's exclude decisions made because of specific body parts we have.
Oh, okay. All right. Yes. All right.
Or maybe that is.
You know what?
That's fair.
I mean, Tommy was cool, but I always thought the Green Ranger was like he was too cool. It is like, oh, you're just the guy with the fucking dragon sword, okay? Like I was
He
always
was the one that showed up, right?
yeah,
okay,
later on.
I
I would probably say personality wise, I like Jason a lot, but Zach too, which I know he
Okay, you have to color.
Black Ranger, Red Ranger.
Gotcha.
That's what I'm
Thank
talking about. Yeah.
I know we're not supposed to
What are
talk
the
about colors.
colors?
I
What
need
are the colors?
I do not fucking remember
I am
names.
blind.
Yeah, I'd have to say.
I love the tapping on the shoe. I don't know if anybody audio can hear that,
Yeah.
but he's tapping on the shoe in great
it's
depth
very-
and thought.
Yes, stroking his beard as we speak.
Hi, Vin.
Hey, wrong beard, wrong beard.
Oh shit! Not my pants beard.
Now you bearded dragon.
Oh.
That's a good call out. Shit, I've
thanks,
never
thanks.
heard that.
Oh shit!
My bearded dragon
It's
sword.
flailing out. It's flailing out. Yeah, your bearded dragon sword. It's rising out of the sea. What's happening?
Oh,
Okay, all
I
right.
will admit I'm gonna have to do this to
No.
somebody who's gonna regret me doing it.
Where's that Power Rangers hentai when you need it? Right? Oh, jeez.
Yeah, no, the Green Ranger. I would say.
Yeah?
I
You're a
like
Tommy Oliver
I like,
guy?
Yeah, I'm a Tommy.
Hey, shout out to
Tommy.
the guy who does Tommy Oliver.
Jason
Frank.
David Frank.
Thank you. Yes, because he's been riding that train since those
yeah.
days,
Oh,
and
yeah,
he's
and
still
he still is.
Still is like he's still involved with Power Rangers on
Oh, yeah.
like every level. He's part of the writing team. He's part of the revival. Like he's doing
nice.
all of it. Like he's
Yeah.
Good.
yeah.
Call
On top
on him.
of like running I think he's doing a martial arts dojo as well. But
Because
He
I
does
did know
all the
he was
cons
the
and
real
shit
one.
like
yeah,
that.
he's a legit. Yeah, it is,
Everybody was good in their skills, but he's a real marshal.
Yeah, he
Yeah.
like you do
Well,
not want to fuck with him.
There
in
was
the
more
alley.
than one. I'm not trying to undercut anything.
And then yeah, I would say Pink Ranger kind of kicks some ass too.
Oh, she kicked
Did
ass.
she ever?
Yeah.
I mean, she did all the flippy flips and
Yeah.
I didn't like
She
that
was a
her and Tommy
gymnast.
got together. I was so mad about that. I was like, bullshit.
it's because
In real life or in
Bullshit.
the show?
In the show, I
Oh,
think.
gotcha.
Yeah, I don't know how in real life, but I was like, not cool, man.
because she didn't get with the U Ranger,
That's true. She did not get with the U Ranger. It was also bullshit.
Poop Brown
But-
Ranger, whatever you want to
Brown.
The Poop Brown Ranger.
Come on, man. Give me fuchsia or something. Like, I don't gotta be poop brown.
Give me the Chartreuse Ranger.
That's the chartreuse. Exactly. The indigo.
Indigo could be fun.
That would be fine. It was a good time. I
The
like that.
Violet Ranger.
The violet. Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
the violent violet.
Oh my god. Yeah, I was pretty upset about that. I was like, I knew they were going there, like watching the show, and I was like, no, don't.
That's when they started.
No.
That's when they actually started having plot lines.
That's true.
Yeah,
That's yeah. They
Because I think
started
the
to.
first season was more of like a
Just
show
episodic.
starts, shows end. Yeah,
Yeah.
Right.
episodic. But then
And there's some
after
sort of
that, they
learning
kinda-
thing.
Yeah.
Some sort of learning thing.
It's 90s.
That's
I love
true.
the 90s. for
Everything
that.
had to have a fucking message or a lesson behind it.
Something.
Right.
Even if it's a small
Everything
one.
did. Yeah. It's like, oh yeah, no,
Well-
you can have mass violence, you can have mass killing, but just at the end, make sure you have a nice little message, tie everything up, and the
That's
kids
why
can
they
take home their parents.
That's why they did that with He-Man, because parents were all like, or not, I guess not parents, but some
Focus groups.
Yeah.
hoity-toity people were
Yeah.
like,
The rulers.
this is just a toy commercial.
Yeah.
This
Yeah.
is just you're just trying to sell toys to kids.
Yeah.
So they slapped the
Uh-huh.
whole like
Yeah.
this is what we learned today thing on
That's-
the end of it,
Yeah.
and that's probably why GI Joe had it as well.
Well, and G.I. Joe,
More, you know.
especially the 80s G.I. Joe, where they actually used guns and
Oh,
shit
yeah,
like
yeah.
that. That actually, it was more the movie where he actually got shot and shit like that.
Oh,
but
yeah, yeah.
still,
Mhm.
yeah.
It was important.
It was
Yeah.
good.
You didn't have that with, yeah, well, I know you had lessons with Transformers. Pretty much all of our, tuned to toy franchises when we were kids, they all had to have something behind
Yep.
it. They all did, right? I mean, that's just the way
Yeah,
it
it
is.
made everybody feel good. We're not
Of course.
horrible people trying to sell stuff. We're
Yeah.
trying to teach a good lesson.
Maybe that's why all those franchises kind of suck today, because it's not. I don't think it's a requirement. You don't have to have those messages.
But it's also different nowadays for franchises because it's all netty flicks. It's all
true.
digital.
Yeah.
People go
Yeah.
for like my kids are growing out of it, but back in the day, like they would full tilt on cartoons. And what I still love, and I have to admit, they're of the age where they still kind of do it. They'll rewatch shit.
Yeah,
Yeah, like it's one of those things where like we used to rewatch it, but you didn't have much choice.
that's true.
Now you
yeah.
have tons of choice. And actually, you know what?
Too
I
much
say that
choice.
out loud. And just the other day, I'm sitting there trying to find a movie and could not find something I wanted to watch, and fucking just watch something I'd seen before. Just 'cause-
See, I'm getting to the point where it's like there's so much shit on TV. I don't want to watch reruns because I like how much time do I got?
it's one of those stupid human being human
See, I
things.
disagree.
Well, I one of those human being human things where for me, I almost want to drop Netflix, drop Amazon, and go back to cable.
Oh my god, blasphemy! What are you doing?
I know,
That's
but-
not progress, Dave.
So much money.
It is. You know what? And that's the big thing. If they
That's
ever
it.
came back and said, you know what, you can have old school cable, 40 channels,
Yeah.
and you only have to pay $20 a month. All right, I'm in.
Oh, don't worry. The way streaming services are going, they're getting as expensive as cable. So eventually,
Yeah.
it'll be an easy swap back for sure.
Well, it was.
Oh yeah,
never-
Netflix is jacking its prices.
Oh yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
I got the message just the other day. I
Yeah.
must admit. Yeah,
Anyway, sorry, you disagree with the his
with
point.
cable.
With no,
Oh, he
before-
just-
we were talking about cable. We were talking about lessons in our children's programming when we were children,
He disagreed.
and you disagreed on something. What did you disagree on? All right, moving on.
That was 5
I guess
sentences
we could go.
ago.
Yeah.
All right, sorry
We
about
cut
that.
him off and kept talking. Didn't get a chance to express the
Did we
opinion in the moment.
sarcastically distract you?
You did.
I'm sorry,
Yeah.
dude, but not really.
I do have to call out
Sarcastically
one
shut me
thing.
up is what you did.
we did. I do have to call out one thing. We never got to me and my favorite Ranger.
Yeah, we did not. No.
So I'm going to speak to it. No. And I'm happy to say.
Did you
how
ever
much-
watch Eek the Cat?
Fuck off.
Yeah, what about the Tick? That was a great show.
Actually, no, I never watched the Tick show.
Are you serious?
No,
Oh my
I
goodness.
never did.
I
I
watched
never.
like all iterations of the Tick.
Yeah. Me too,
I
actually.
it's been one of those. No, never.
Oh, you might. You
I've
might like it.
seen, but I never watched. You
Yes,
know what I
there
mean?
was the cartoon,
Yeah,
Yeah,
never
and
watched.
then the one with Patrick Warburton,
I've
Yep.
seen,
and
but
then there
not
was
watched.
another one.
And then the recent one on
Yeah.
Amazon, which is
Yeah.
all three are great.
Yeah.
Yeah, never
Great,
watched
great
any
property.
of them.
What
It
are your
is.
favorite Power
Favorite
Rangers?
Power
Dave?
Rangers.
I don't know if no. The best one was the blue one, the Smarty one.
Oh yeah, yeah.
I was
Blue
gonna say
Ranger,
Bulk
yeah.
and Skull don't count.
I always wanted them to become Rangers, though. I felt like
I
they
thought
were
it would have
little-
been funnier.
Yeah.
But I mean,
Did they ever get inside any of the Zords? I feel like I saw that somewhere.
I truly don't
no,
know.
because you wouldn't.
Oh, yeah,
have
you need the
cut-
coin,
would-
yeah,
would
that's
have
right.
but you would have had to have cut footage from
yeah,
Oh,
The
that's
original.
right. Yeah, which
Yeah,
they
yeah.
didn't
to
have.
coincide with the Zords.
yeah, they couldn't have.
Now,
Yeah.
wait a minute.
That's why they kept changing all the time because
Right.
they would run out of
Footage.
footage to cut.
Yeah,
So let me ask you this. So that's how they made the original Power Rangers. Is that how they kept the iterations going? Was splicing Japanese
Yes.
footage? Wow.
really?
They've not changed. They didn't start writing for an American audience. Wow.
Because they're
That's
so-
fucking crazy and
the one they-
awesome.
the one they used for Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, right? When they had dinosaurs,
Oh, I don't.
Right.
is season 16
Oh fuck.
of Super Sentai.
So they got
I
lots of
truly
footage.
did not know that.
Wow.
yeah,
shit.
that goes back to 1975.
Oh wow.
the
That's
Super
amazing.
Sentai series.
Wow.
So yeah, they actually, I think it was the next season or one of the subsequent seasons, they ended up using footage from like the 70s.
Oh wow.
For
Yeah,
Oh,
why not,
I
right?
think
Yeah.
it was like Zeo Rangers or something like that, or
It's a brilliant business model. I love it. It's
I
genius.
have to admit, I'm caught off guard. I truly thought that the original was the cut, and I
Yeah.
thought after that they actually had real scenes.
I just
No,
assumed
and
that's what they would do.
and that's
yeah.
why they kept changing the theme of the Americanized version
to match
because you'd only get so many in a season,
Gotcha.
and then it's done. Right, so you can only reuse
Shit, I
scenes
truly
so
did not
many
know
times
that.
before people start getting wise to what you're.
yeah,
you
to the
know.
fact they're re-showing things
Yeah.
that happened, 20
So
episodes
then they
ago.
grab scenes
Jeez.
from one of the previous or one of the subsequent,
Oh,
so-
fuck,
but
I
they
did not
wouldn't
know.
always be on. So Super Sentai was on season 16 in 1993 when Mighty Morphin Power Rangers came out,
Oh, right.
right? But they didn't necessarily go, okay, we're going to use scenes from the next Japanese series in 1994
They go
to
the
do our
back.
next one. They could go to the past.
Yeah,
They would
Right.
kind of
Yeah, they could bounce
choose
around.
what
Find what they
theme
want. Yeah.
what theme they wanted to do, which would be, I think one of them was space, and then the next one was cars or
Vehicles,
something like that, right? Yeah.
So that means they've had a different theme for like every era or every season.
in the
In
original,
Power Rangers, on all Power Rangers, like relevant. Has it always been a different theme?
yeah.
well, it's
Oh.
not. Yeah, so on
Well,
our
'cause Mighty
side,
Morphin it was the original.
yeah,
and
and
that's
that
where
was
you had
2
your
or 3 seasons. Yeah,
You had your dinosaurs, and that's
Oh, okay,
when
yeah.
you started with the ninja powers.
Mm.
Because after in the movie, they got their ninja powers
Right.
because they
I remember
lost their morphin powers.
Right.
Yeah.
It's fucking stupid.
And then they got their ninja
It sounds
powers.
so dumb when you reiterate it. Like, yeah, that's
And they did that for a little bit,
Okay.
and then they did Power Rangers Turbo.
Right. And that was the vehicles. Yeah.
Yeah, and then they did a
Monster
movie
Truck
on
and-
that.
Yeah, yeah.
And
Which everyone loved way
then-
better.
And then it was, I think, Power Rangers Zeo or some crap, and
Okay.
then They did Power Rangers Space Police and
Way
Power
outside of my scope of
Rangers,
knowledge.
Power Rangers this and Power Rangers
Same
that.
words
I'm
I
pretty
don't
sure they had
understand.
one that was like jungle animals and shit like that too.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
Why not?
it got ridiculous.
Wow.
So it's so incredibly confusing.
Well,
Like,
one.
just-
Sorry.
it's ridiculous.
It is ridiculous. One thing I think is also ridiculous about that, we're all collectors in our own right for whatever we like to collect. Being in my end of the toy game, I don't really think of Power Rangers as like an adult collector's thing. You know, I don't know why. Maybe just because I grew out of it. But it's a massive,
It's coming back
massive
in a big
deal.
way, man.
I don't even know if it's coming back. I think it's always been there.
Well,
I
it's-
honestly do. I think the
Mm.
fandom has been huge for a while. It's just starting to get, those flames are getting fanned.
think
even more
about this
so
though.
lately.
We just tried it about how we didn't get really into it because we were, 12,
Yeah.
13. Yeah. But 5, 6-year-olds
Right.
who are now catching up to our age group.
Good point. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I think the thing is the quality of what they're putting out now versus the quality of what they were putting out before,
Mm.
right? So now, just like the McFarlane toys, just like it's more for the adult collector,
Yeah.
right? As opposed to a child's toy.
Oh
that
yeah,
you
it
play
has
with.
to
Sure,
be.
for sure.
So that's what they're doing with the Power Rangers stuff
Right.
now is the interchangeable heads and hands. And I think they had one that was like, oh, it's a Power Ranger, but oh, here's a Ninja Turtle head. And
Yeah.
fucking throw a Ninja Turtle head on it. So the Ninja Turtles are Power Rangers too.
Right.
Yeah,
Trying to
that's
cross
fine.
reference. It makes sense. Their
Which
fandom-
apparently actually happened in the American version. Remember back when they had that horrible Ninja Turtles TV show?
What, the
Which one?
cartoon one?
No, the live action
Oh,
one.
with
okay, I
the
was
girl
saying-
turtle.
Yeah.
Like
Oh,
barely
yeah.
remember
I
it.
never
Like,
saw
But you
that.
remember when
I remember the trailer.
you
More than
remember
anything.
when that happened?
Yeah, sort
Yeah,
of.
they did a crossover with the Power Rangers.
Oh shit!
Really?
Yeah,
The
wonder why that didn't work.
the Ninja Turtles live in the Power Rangers universe.
Huh,
Well,
I
at least
didn't know
I'm
that
not sure it's
iteration.
canon, but
Yeah, weird.
Hmm.
I'm going to say, as long as we're not knocking the cartoon, because the
No, no,
Turtles
no.
back. Oh,
no,
that
no,
was
no.
a
best.
good one.
The,
That
the
was
I'd
a good
even-
one.
Turtles
you know what?
cartoon.
The OG is the best, but I'd even say there's a couple of versions afterwards in like the 2000s that were fucking amazing.
One
for
of the
Turtles.
recent Nickelodeon ones was not bad.
Was that the one where they go through time and shit?
They eventually end up doing it, but when they
Yeah.
started it, it was more just in New York.
If it's the same one
Yeah,
we're
good
thinking
stuff.
of, I remember really, really loving that show. Like it was.
Yeah.
And then they did another one.
It was
after
like,
that horrible.
well, as much as I loved it as a kid, to go back and watch the original series, it's a little campy and part
doesn't
of
hold up either.
But like to watch like a more, I don't want to say adult themed, but more mature themed version and see how, like, I don't know, they progressed. Yeah, fantastic. But
Oh, and that's
we're
what
not
I
talking
liked about the
Turtles.
Power Rangers movie that they just recently did was that more mature themed,
Yeah.
as opposed to
It was for,
it was for young adults.
yes. Yeah.
And
Yeah, I
even,
like that.
even,
Kids.
even more adults,
Yeah.
less kids,
Yeah.
whereas the original TV show was geared more towards
Oh, it was definitely kids.
small children.
Yeah,
For
right?
sure it was. Yeah.
So that's
Yeah.
that's one of the things I think that did work for the whole reboot.
It
movie
makes me
thing?
think like back then, earlier we were talking back then, I thought, oh, am I too old for this? Watching this show. And then I think that's, just because as time goes, it's like you pick what you pick and you walk away from it. It's like, okay, Power Rangers is a thing. It's not a thing I'm into. It's just a thing kind of. you
No,
might
it's
see
on the
whatever.
telly. And again, we talked
And then-
about this.
Yeah,
like-
for sure. Yeah, exactly. And then you find out that like there's a massive fandom for it. Like it was the same thing when I found out about there being a massive fandom for My Little Pony. Like, holy shit. Like you realize
Hey.
how
Oh, yeah.
narrow-minded
Whoa,
your
whoa,
world
whoa,
is.
Whoa,
Yeah.
whoa. Okay, see, okay. Let's just make sure we're clear though. My
Sure.
Little Pony, the original, that was great.
Yeah.
The remake that they did, where they had the whole on Netflix and everything.
Yeah.
I'm a fan,
You're a fan?
huge fan.
Is it a good?
He's
Is
a
it good? You're a
brony.
brony?
You're a brony.
So
Shit.
I'm an internal brony
Dave's a
where I don't
brony.
buy shit because I'm kind of a cheap ass. We all know this.
we all know this.
But one of those silly, great moments of my life was where I could sit and with my children watch the whole remake of everything.
Yeah.
Because then I could just be a brony. But I'm just being a good father.
what we don't know and what people can't
That's
see
amazing.
is Dave's wearing full length jeans and a full sweater, zip up sweater kind of thing. I bet you if we were to look underneath, it'd be a My Little Pony outfit.
Tank.
You know what's
Yeah,
funny? I
little
don't
tank
have
here,
any.
little tank
I
for
really
sure.
should get a My Little Pony.
Oh, that's
crop top.
happening,
A little
sir. Your
crop top
birthday's
tank
coming
with
up.
some little panties.
Your birthday's
Okay,
coming up.
You don't want
for
to see
sure.
me in a crop top, okay?
I mean,
Nobody
we're
wants
definitely
to see that.
finding the My Little Pony underoos for him.
Oh, for
Yeah.
sure. We're getting my point up. For
100%.
sure.
Yeah, and again, it's what's funny about it also is My children wanted to stop watching and watch other more adulty things before I did. I had to sit there. No, that's too old for you. We have to. Let's watch some My Little Pony.
We gotta we gotta.
Yeah, let's finish this. No, I don't want to. Let's watch
you know,
this.
you have to finish what you start, kids. Come on.
That's right. Yeah, you have to find out where this goes.
Yeah.
This important plot
Yeah, so I
point.
must admit, it's one of those silly things that for whatever reason,
So
I loved it.
So you get it. And for me, when I learn about these kind of massive fandoms, it's because we all live in our bubbles and our tunnels, if you will.
Yeah.
It's like, oh wow, there is a world out there where other people are doing their own thing with their own franchise. It's awesome. It's awesome.
Yeah, it was good. I
thought the whole brony thing was a bit of a joke, but then when I learned it, I was like, no, yeah, it's no different than me liking my
I can only
shit,
ever
you liking your
think
shit.
of. I don't know if you guys watch Bob's Burgers, but there's an episode of Bob's Burgers
No,
where that's kind of has like a brony
moment
sort of thing.
Yeah.
Oh, it's the whole episode.
Oh,
it's
God.
fucking hilarious. It has to do with the oldest daughter, and she likes these pony franchise thing, and
Yeah.
they want to go to the expo, and yeah, you should check it.
I'll have to check it out.
You should watch Bob's Burgers.
Pretty
It's a great
good.
show. It's
Yes,
really
I will.
fun.
It's a
I
wonderful
like
show.
it. Yeah.
It
Actually,
took me a minute to get used to it, but
You know what? Since you call it, I'll give it an attempt because I was just the other day bitching at myself about how I couldn't find anything, and I was, Netflix, and I've said this multiple times that I wanted to watch.
This, I think you'll like. Plenty
Okay,
of
I'll give it a
content, and if you like that,
And it's
you
one of
like
those
the
30-minute
voice,
funny shows.
yeah,
right?
exactly.
Yeah.
Because that's
It's-
me. That's a me.
I would say it's like a slapstickier version of no.
well,
I'll
it's
give
on.
it a shot.
It's
Fair
in
enough.
it's in the same vein as Simpsons Family Guy, where you have a family and it's
Okay,
a comedy,
Yeah.
but it's not
More wholesome.
far out like Family
Yeah,
Guy. It's
yeah.
not
more-
rude
yeah.
like Family Guy. It's actually
But
something
it's
you
super
can sit down
witty,
and watch with
super
with the
funny.
family.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, and it's very funny.
and very
Okay.
quirky. I like it.
All right. No, like, as I
And
said,
it has
yeah.
Archer.
I was just gonna say too, if you like the voice, if you've not seen Archer, check out Archer.
I tried watching Archer a few times
Now
because it's
you
one of
jump?
those I know I should like it, and I just
Not following
it doesn't
All right.
click for me for some reason. I have no good
That's
reason,
definitely
no
one for me.
Then,
excuse.
sir, you're dead to me. No.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's
podcast.
okay. I'm
gonna
gonna go
delete
back.
this.
Yeah,
That's
this
fine.
is over.
I'll have brownies. It's fine.
That's true. You got your brownie
With my brownies. I'm a brownie fan
Brownie
too.
bro-
Maybe that's
Oh.
the catch.
Bronies with brownies.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good time. Yeah.
I think Dave should start his own podcast. Bronies with
Bronies.
brownies.
Brownies with brownies. Yeah.
There's multiple reasons why that I should not do.
I mean,
No, and you just talk about every episode one by one. So you start watching from episode 1, and every episode of the podcast is you and whoever you choose sitting down and having some brownies
Brownies while we discuss.
while you discuss the episode.
why do I feel that's just an ASMR podcast? Yes.
Now we have to put a trigger warning at the beginning of this episode.
Don't get triggered by our sounds.
If,
Oh,
you, if
yeah.
you don't like it.
Sure.
But so anyway, so you guys never got into anything after Mighty Morphin.
So here's
do
what
you-
happened with me.
Do you know of anything?
I know exactly when I started to fall off the Power Rangers bandwagon, and I didn't look back. There was this one kid that kind of sort of lived near me, and he had all the Power Ranger toys, and so I was like, "Oh, that's cool. Let's go play with your Power Ranger toys." And we're playing with them, and then after an initial of taking the Zords and putting him into a Megazord, there's like no other playability. That's all they do. There's nothing
It
else.
just kind of stands.
Yeah,
out.
exactly.
Man.
I'm like, oh, so what else? He's like, that's it. I'm like, but what else do they do? Nothing. But like Transformers, you could transform the robot into
Yeah.
a car, and then these ones could connect together and do all this
And then
stuff.
you can
They
actually
did-
drive the car
Yeah, exactly.
around. And,
Yeah.
Can you do that? No, you can't do that. I was like, oh, but you can do this really cool little tank mode. I'm like, that looks fucking stupid. So that was when I kind of got to the point where it's like, I think maybe Power Rangers isn't my jam. And I remember seeing like little things when Tommy Oliver came back for whatever iteration it was. I was like, that's cool. I think they had Jason come back for an episode. Like, that's cool.
There was
Kinda
a
keep it
friggin'
going
episode
on.
where they had like every Power Ranger ever.
Yeah, I heard about that too.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I didn't, again, like, nothing's been able to call me back. Like, there's nothing. I don't know what would. Like,
No.
the movie would have been the best shot
Yeah.
for me.
Yeah,
And
it was
like,
that man.
That was kind of
Yeah.
the Hail Mary for me too.
Yeah.
right? But
Yeah.
I know I fell off after the original movie.
okay, the used one.
Because
Yeah.
I expected it to be
Movie.
better than
Yeah,
the
yeah, yeah.
TV show.
Yeah,
It was
should
just a
have been.
long TV show.
It really was.
It
yeah.
was terrible.
Or it was
I
it was
remember-
4 TV shows put into the movie.
I remember just being
Actually, that is
Well-
very accurate. If you know the story of the behind the making of that
I
movie,
do not
that's
know the story.
exactly very
it's
accurate.
ridiculous. Yeah.
It pretty much is
Yeah,
four
pretty much.
movies put into one. Anyways, moving on.
The only thing that they left out was the cutting in from, because there was no movie
Yeah.
in Japan, right? So it was all fresh shoots and fresh outfits.
And they
And
kept
so
reshooting.
the
and
cast
doing
actually
that,
got to wear the outfits and stuff like
Oh,
that.
yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
nice.
sure,
But
yeah.
no, it was just even at however old I was, 14 or whatever the movie came out,
yeah.
I knew it was a garbage.
It was shit.
Garbage.
Ooze was such a one-note shitty character. Like, I don't know. There's just
Oh, and even like the special effects were terrible. The stunts were terrible.
that fight
The
was
story
so
was
dumb.
terrible.
Yeah, that was bad. And they did Rita and Zord, like Lord Zed, like wrong. Those guys did not get the justice they
No.
deserved in that movie. So
No,
they're great bad guys.
it was
Love them, and they didn't love them.
So then after that, I was kind of like, you know what, this is. And then they
Although the
changing them
Zords
all
were
the
pretty cool.
time.
I never got to play with them, but the Zords from the movie looked kind of cool. I don't know if they were cool or not.
Cool.
I don't know.
They
if
were
they
not
were
cool.
cool.
They were less than. They were zero cool.
Sure.
Get
What
it? Get it? Zero cool.
Oh yeah, I
Get
do.
it?
Crash override. I
Get
get
it?
it. I get it.
Well done.
Speaking of the period pieces.
Hey, I can still rewatch that one.
Yeah, fuck yeah. I think I just watched that like 6 months ago and I love
Yeah.
it. I love it.
But it's one of those funny things. Like for us, we could easily. I don't know, AJ. Have you seen Hackers?
Oh fuck yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
you're in the
Oh
club.
god yeah.
Okay,
You're
I
in the
just
cool
couldn't
club?
remember.
All right.
Couldn't remember. Because some people,
Many times.
they cannot watch it, and I somewhat understand because you had to have watched it way back then
Sure.
and known how exciting and amazing it was.
Oh,
to
it does
watch it now.
not hold up
It was-
for a new.
A
Like,
newbie?
a new
God,
watch.
Yeah,
No.
newbie cannot
Unless
handle.
somebody's like into it,
Yeah.
like into that
Yes.
that era of movie, like
You'd have to have a
Yeah.
very specific kink, if you will, to be into. I like to get
like
it now. I
90s
think.
movies.
No, not 90s movies, but that particular 90s movie.
Yeah,
'Cause-
not only is it a
it's-
90s movie, it's that particular.
yeah. Because I mean,
I think if you were a technophile,
but
You
it
have
doesn't.
more likelihood.
Yeah. If you're into old tech, and you're into old, maybe.
and,
You know what?
that-
Maybe. I'll
'cause
give
I,
that. I'll
I
give
don't want
that.
to call it goth. It wasn't like a goth
No.
culture.
It was the closest to like a quote unquote real, like, real life version of like a cyberpunk world. It wasn't cyberpunk.
Close. It was
It
a
was-
fun teenager, good time for us.
Exactly.
We bought into
Thinking
that
they
shit.
were exactly. Yeah.
Yeah.
There wasn't anything, but it was like people pretending to be like
Oh
they
yeah,
were
yeah.
cyberpunks. if
Yeah.
you will. Yeah.
You never know though, because I still and it's one of those fun moments with my mother where she happened to stop by with kids while we were just putting on Jane Silent Bob Strike Back,
Oh, nice.
and I expected her to sit, watch, and start bitching about how horrible it was. No, she sat, laughed her ass off, watched the entire movie with us, and talked about how great it was.
Amazing.
I'm like,
amazing. How times
Fucking-
change, eh?
Well, I could not believe it.
Jesus, That's crazy.
No.
You know, another movie very much in the same vein. We were just talking about Hackers. An old TV movie before superhero movies were a thing. Generation X. It was. You guys remember the superhero team Generation X?
I don't.
Probably
think
not. Nobody
so.
does. But there's a little known X-Men team that was making it in the 90s. I think they're still around, called Generation X. To give you an idea of who their big character hitters were, Jubilee was one of their fucking.
Oh, that's
like-
probably why I didn't.
Yeah, exactly.
bother.
But
She
they
she was a
make
useless character.
they did make a made-for-TV movie called Generation X. This was before any of them came out. Carlos and I got really excited for it because, like, oh my god, they're doing like an X-Men thing,
Right.
and it wasn't. It was bad, but we loved it. And I remember watching that a couple years ago, thinking how great that was. But if you put that up against anything of
That
the
they make
MCU,
now,
like,
yeah.
it's shit.
no.
It's
Oh, no.
absolute shit.
Yeah.
Like the fact that anybody at Fox signed off of this movie is amazing. And in the zeitgeist of the movie, I can watch it. I can enjoy it. I'm sure you could watch it. I'm sure you could watch it because we're all of that era. However, anybody that's like a superhero fan isn't going to go watch that movie and think it's good. Like,
No.
it's just not going to happen. It's like watching the old Fantastic Four movie. It's like, no, you
Oh, no.
obviously know it's
It's
a piece
like-
of shit.
It's like watching ET and then looking for something that is similar to ET and then putting in Mac and Me, expecting something just as good.
Oh fuck.
So good.
Good old McDonald's commercial.
Yep.
I have that on VHS.
Oh, I'd like to watch that movie again. I like that
It's
movie.
On
Terrible.
Netflix. No, on
It does
Netflix.
not hold up.
Oh, okay.
When they did the shit, what's that? Where they make fun of old movies? The Odyssey. So shit, they only did like 2 seasons of it.
what, Mystery
Make fun of
Science
old
Theater?
movies.
Yes.
Yeah, Mr. Sensei. Yeah,
They
yeah.
did an episode with that.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
With
watch
Mac and
it.
me?
Yeah,
What?
watch
Oh
it.
fuck! I need to see
Watch
that.
it.
Oh, I
Definitely need to watch
It's
that.
That
fucking
is gonna
good.
happen tonight.
It
That is
is
happening.
I was a
hilarious and
huge
good.
Mystery Science Theater
Yeah.
fan back in the
Yeah.
Comedy
They're
Central
coming
days.
back.
Yeah.
Actually, they're doing a big
Yeah,
comeback
they're
right
doing
now.
a
Oh,
big
that's
comeback.
cool. I didn't even know
Yeah,
that
it's on
existed.
Netflix. So they did the 2 seasons. When one of the episodes is that, and what's funny is I watched it with the kids way back in the day, and they loved it because it was the Mac. You know, it was just
Yeah.
fun. Of course, after that, we kept trying to watch more, but then it starts to get really. They're still good,
Yeah.
but it's one of those like my kids felt. They're like, okay, yeah, what is this?
Yeah, I'm sure. If you're not into the banter.
But yeah, Mac and Me is
Yeah,
on there. It's
that's
good.
hilarious.
All right, that's
Yeah.
amazing.
I
Yeah.
might
I love
have to
that
look
Paul
that up.
Rudd joke with Conan O'Brien that he just kind of rips him on in all of their interviews. He always it's been going on since like Paul Rudd's been going on Conan's in the 90s. Where he's like, I got a clip from my latest movie, and it's always the same fucking clip from Mac and Me. Every time it goes like motherfucker.
That was such a terrible movie.
It
so
was.
It
bad.
was so
Was
bad.
Paul Rudd even in that? No, he wasn't in that movie. I don't think he was in that movie.
I think it's
just
a
no
Which is
Conan's
probably
a
what
bad
makes it
movie.
so great is the
Yeah.
fact that he's not even associated with
Yeah.
the movie, which is awesome.
It's one of those bad movies that's just bad that there isn't even a cult following.
Yeah.
It's that
No,
bad.
it's
that bad.
Yeah.
Back to Power Rangers, the cult followings. It's pretty amazing that this show that we all thought was kind of it has such a massive following today.
It's,
know,
it's huge.
it's
Even
still
like
going.
Little kids are
Really?
Oh yeah, the show's still going.
Like
Yeah.
you were
Lots
talking
of-
about Jason David Frank there,
Yeah.
and I see Instagrammies and TikTokies of him and stuff like that, and he still has little kids, little tiny children's coming up to him and like, oh my god, Green Ranger, and
Nice.
Yeah, nice.
White Ranger, yeah.
Hey man, give that guy credit. He wears it as a point of pride, and
Oh,
he's
yeah.
made it his life mission. Can't
Nice.
complain
Good
about
for
that.
him.
You know, yeah,
Yeah.
whatever. You know?
I'm
Kick-ass
sure a lot
True
of them
Blue.
feel differently.
I'm sure they do.
Then there was that one dude who played the Red Ranger who killed that guy. Like,
Oh,
stabbed his
yeah, that
roommate with
legit
a
happened.
Fucking sword. Or
Yeah,
some
that
shit.
legit happened. Yes.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
I
It
knew
was-
that the yellow she passed away in a car accident.
Yeah,
actually.
she passed in a car accident,
Did-
but there
Yeah.
was
Did
it
Billy
was-
Yoss go to jail or someone else went
No,
to jail? No,
no,
this Red Ranger
that,
guy. That's right.
That was a whole other host of. We could get into that if you want.
Mm.
But yeah, the red the
the life and times of the behind the scenes of the Power Rangers. Yeah, let's do that.
yeah, but he was a newer Red Ranger, like from one of the later seasons. And
Okay.
I think it was like he was showing his buddy a sword he bought or something like that, and like accidentally stabbed the dude like right through the gut
What?
and like
You
killed him and stuff.
accidentally. What? All right.
We'd have to look into that. But no,
Clearly, he didn't train very well.
apparently, yeah, the guy who played Billy there, he didn't have a very good time because he's I wouldn't say recently, but within the past 20 years has come out as a homosexual.
Mhm.
And apparently there was a lot of teasing,
Oh, back
a
in the
lot
day.
of
Which one is Billy?
the
Blue
Blue
Ranger.
Ranger.
Oh, my Blue
Yeah,
Ranger.
yeah, yeah.
Oh, I
Apparently
didn't know this.
there was a lot of teasing.
Was,
and
did he
a
come
lot
out then? Like, did people know?
No, but I think it was
Maybe
one of
acted
those.
differently.
I think it
and,
was one of
yeah,
those like
people knew
people
something.
knew. But,
Yeah. Gotcha.
Right. So
I think I got that from the
Really?
camera. I didn't know he was
And I think
gay,
there was-
but he definitely, I don't know.
there was even some jokes in the show that kind of
Oh.
poked fun at it, like not him specifically, but
Okay.
at homosexuality and stuff like that.
That's
And,
lame. That's super lame.
yeah, so he apparently had a pretty hard time.
Oh,
working
man.
on that
He
sh-
was
on
great
that
on
show.
that show. He was fun to
Yeah,
watch.
it's a bummer.
That is a bummer. Yeah.
I mean, it doesn't sound like it was the greatest production to work on. In the like, maybe now it could be different, but originally, like nobody was getting paid.
Yeah, because
fucking-
no one was unionized, and their whole
people
goal-
were getting,
Yeah.
you could get paid
Yeah.
more working at McDonald's than you could playing a
making
Power
a fucking
Ranger.
playing a Power Ranger.
Right.
Yeah, it's crazy, eh? Yeah, but I mean, it's not good why it all happened, but there are reasons why it happened, and it is what it is. But they all made their decisions based on that, and if you decide, hey, I'm worth more than this, and I want to get paid, you have every right to leave.
It's
Well,
unfortunate.
they didn't
that very-
leave. Don't forget. They
The
got
three-
fired.
No, 3 of them did leave.
No, three of them did
No,
leave.
they wanted higher pay, at which they said
Well, somebody
no.
said
Oh, yeah, I
no,
got you,
and
got
then
you,
they're
yeah.
like, "We're out of here."
My understanding it was more
Oh, yeah?
no and
No, peace
goodbye.
out.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, that's true.
Shouldn't have opened your mouth. Get out of here.
For sure.
Yeah, because again, you got
Oh.
to because the way it all works is while they're not unionized or anything, there's no protection.
Right.
There's contract in play.
Of course.
So as soon as they said no, we want more. Okay, rip.
You're gone.
And
Yeah.
again, at the time, Power Rangers big. Yeah, that could be my start.
So they were.
And they couldn't afford
they
any
were
lawyers because they were
asked
getting
to
paid.
leave.
Yeah.
Sorry.
It's one of those standardisms.
Yeah, maybe makes sense.
It's unfortunate nobody other than the Pink Ranger did anything
And Tommy.
after. What did he do after? Other than other Power Rangers properties. What
Doesn't
did
he have
end up
like a
doing?
martial arts dojo and shit? Doesn't he train?
I guess
kids
I
and
meant
teach?
more in the celebrity
and-
public eye kind of
Yeah.
movies, TV show. Nobody moved on to anything.
Oh,
One
yeah.
person did.
The
One
Pink
person
Ranger.
did. Besides Pink Ranger,
Who?
Bryan Cranston got to start with Power Rangers.
Oh,
As one of the
right.
monsters.
As a lot of the monsters.
And if you don't know who
actually.
Bryan
He did-
Cranston is,
He did a lot of the voices for
He
monsters.
played Mr. White,
No,
Walter White.
He played Malcolm's dad.
and he played Malcolm's dad. But Walter White in Breaking Bad.
Oh, he
Yeah.
did.
Yeah, he was one of the monsters.
And
Really?
Mhm.
I
and
did
he
not
played
know that.
Recurring too.
and he played Zordon
He
in
played
the
Zordon
reboot of Power
in the new
Rangers
one,
in
yeah.
the
I
movie.
truly did not know that.
For
Yeah.
sure, yeah.
One of the reasons he did that movie is because he got his start doing voices for the monsters on Power Rangers.
I mean,
Yeah,
he's just doing basically a thank you ish type.
Yeah.
More or less, yeah.
Nice.
Want to give back for,
Yeah, good on
Yeah.
him for that.
Yeah, for
I
sure.
did not know that. I must admit.
That's pretty cool.
There you
Yeah.
go.
And then-
There's a few other ones, but I think he's the most notable
Yeah,
that
nice.
can make it out of
And
that.
Amy Jo Johnson was in Felicity.
Yes,
I
she
believe
did
she
Felicity.
played Felicity's best friend or
Yeah,
something like
I
that. So that
love
was
that.
Me
That was
too.
well known.
That's when I started watching Felicity. I don't know why. I was like, yeah.
Yeah, Felicity.
I just wanted to see who
and she
Harrison
was in
Ford
that
was into.
Canadian cop show for a bit. I remember that one.
Yeah, I was gonna ask. There was
or
another.
emergency. I can't remember
Yeah,
exactly what it was.
No,
I didn't.
The
I have to
Wire.
admit, I didn't really get into it, but,
But
I
I-
know she was in it.
I know the show you're talking about. I
Yeah,
just watched that too. Yeah, it's a good show.
yeah. So, but it's unfortunate.
It is. It's,
It happens though, in
I
any.
think-
yeah, it's not just a Power Ranger
It's a campy.
thing.
No.
I think it's the fact that it was like a campy.
Yeah, you get associated
Show,
to that, and
yeah.
you're stuck.
Yeah.
right?
Well, think of. I mean, effectively, they were child.
and they
actors.
were.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah,
they were like
for sure.
19,
They were
20.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
You think about like the landscape of child acting now, which none of us pay attention to because we're all fucking in our 40s. But whatever, that's the point. But if you think about it, million and one different people out there or different jobs out there. That doesn't mean they're going to go anywhere with their careers. Maybe they do something behind the scenes. Maybe they channel into something else. But I think long gone are the days of like the Raffis or the
Oh, Raffi.
the Robert Munches, who's the guy that did the thing.
No.
Let me finish. The guy that would walk through Fred Penner, where you have a show and then you go and take that as like an act. I don't think you see that too much anymore in children's entertainment. I
Yeah.
could be wrong, but I don't know if I'm wrong. Do you see that often these days? I guess you
can't
do.
think.
I know you've
yeah.
got like there are children's tours. Maybe COVID fucked
Yeah,
everything up.
there's a Canadian group or duo called Puddle and Boots or Boots and Puddles. Or,
Okay.
They're I think they're a husband and wife team, and
nice.
they sing the songs.
Oh, like the Sharon Lois and Bram kind
Yeah,
of
yeah,
idea.
yeah, kind of like the
Oh,
Wiggles.
Sharon Lois and Bram.
Best.
Well, and
But-
then there's the Wiggles.
Oh yeah.
There's
Okay.
still-
Maybe
there's
I'm
still-
maybe
there's still the Blues
Maybe I
Clues.
misspoke then. Maybe I misspoke.
I don't think we have a lot in Canada though.
I'm just trying to think of like how like because I mean they struck lightning in a bottle when they did Power Rangers, which is great, but it's like how does that transform into something else? Amy Jo Johnson makes sense because I think she's a great actress. Hopefully she is. I remember her being a great actress.
She's a pretty cool
But
person.
She seems like a pretty cool person, and I think that was what kept it going. Tommy stayed in his lane. And David Frank. Tommy. He stayed in his lane, and that's what he's doing. He's like, all right, this is where I'm gonna live, and he's making a meal out of it, which is awesome. And then you have the others who.
The others.
Who knows what they did?
Boy,
I always
the
used to
others.
get like Bulk mixed up with Ethan Suplee, which are definitely not the same person at all. From Jay and Silent Bob.
And Skull,
Gotcha.
Skull kind of looks like French Stewart.
Yeah, I love it. Which is not that.
Which
at
he's
all.
not.
Yeah.
He's not
No.
French Stewart.
But I mean, I think it's just one of those things where, if you pursue it, you might turn it into something. Maybe it's a lot of behind the scenes stuff.
Well,
but
I don't know if you even give it. So yeah, you definitely have to try to pursue. But
For
again,
sure.
I wouldn't put it all just on. Hey, had you tried harder? No,
Yeah,
life
did
is
you try?
life.
I wonder if it
that's right.
ruined
Yeah.
acting for a
Yeah.
lot of them.
I'm sure it did.
Yeah, you
I'm
gotta
sure it
remember. You can't control the hand you're dealt. You can only control how you play it.
That's true. Liz Berkley talks about that. Elizabeth Berkley played Jessie on Saved by the Bell.
Yes.
And she stepped out of acting after
Yep.
Showgirls, and she talked
for
about
the
why.
longest time.
Yeah,
Yeah.
she's like a lot of people are like, yeah, the publicity and that. She's like, that part was hard, but I was able to manage that. At the end of the day, she's like, I became a mom, right? And being a mom became my priority, so that's what I did, and I just kind of kept going. And then eventually she found herself back to doing Saved by the Bell stuff because of the new class, right? But I think that's just, like you said, life happens. People move on.
Everybody deals in the context that they have.
Yeah, exactly. And who knows where your fate's right. And at the end of the day, Power Rangers to you or any franchise to the viewer means something different to the person performing.
Oh yeah, because
right.
Yes,
like it's a
job.
It's a job. For them, it's a job.
Yeah.
For us, it's
it
an
may be a job they
thing,
love,
right?
a job that they see a benefit in. I'm not knocking on that front, but in the end, it's a job.
It's a job, exactly.
Yeah.
You got to go in. You got to
do your work.
You do your work,
stuff,
exactly.
Yeah.
And then
again, there's styles of jobs in our world where you're doing it just for the dollar.
Yeah.
And then there's styles where, it's just you don't care about the dollar, you're just enjoying it. And
That's
then
right.
there's all the in between.
That's right. As pointed out to us by that wonderful scene in Jay and Silent Bob Strike Back with Matt David and Ben Affleck talking about the movie roles. Right?
Yeah.
It's that in a nutshell is it.
Yeah.
Like sometimes you do the passion project and sometimes you do the project because you owe your friend one.
Yeah. And we're looking at each other right
That's
now.
right, exactly.
Lemon face.
That's
Lion
right.
face.
Exactly.
That was
exactly. Either way,
Oh, wait.
listen, I got a lot of fond memories and love for Power Rangers, even though I don't really watch it today. I give a lot of credit to those that are still following and that are massively a part of it. That's really cool that, they're riding this wave until 2022. Who the fuck knew we'd be talking about Power Rangers in 2022? If you put that in your bingo card. I mean, I didn't.
Kino.
Yeah.
Wow. Nice.
Yeah, nicely done. Yeah.
Yeah.
Do we want to talk about anything
Kino and
else?
TV, remember those?
Power Ranger
Way off
related?
topic.
Or anything. I don't care. What's going on?
How the theme song's the best theme song ever?
First,
Go Power
after
Rangers.
scales, first thing I learned on my trumpet was that.
Nice,
Oh man, that theme song rocks.
That was really great. Yeah.
It's got some great guitar shredding in it and
Yeah.
some great drum fills. Yeah. Oh yeah.
Nice.
Best theme song ever. And then the X-Men.
No, sorry.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
First off, it's going to go X-Men,
No.
Ninja Turtles, Transformers, then maybe Power Rangers.
Which
Maybe.
which Transformers version? Which version?
G1.
But which version?
Dun, 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 dun.
Oh,
Transformers.
so not the version from the movie.
Yeah, well, the movie.
Where it's all
was
like,
No, I mean that's good, but that's like just a really great glorified version of the actual
Yeah.
theme song, right? So-
I love that one. Okay,
But if we're
that
doing-
one goes first.
Okay, that one goes first. That one goes first. That one goes first for sure. But I agree, Power Rangers theme song is probably one of the most.
It's got to be
recognizable.
like in the top 10, right?
Easily.
Yeah.
Easily.
Wow.
For sure.
Oh, definitely. Top 10 TV show theme songs,
Top 10 theme songs.
at least from
Top 10 theme songs.
Top
We
10
almost need to,
songs.
have we done an episode about TV theme songs?
We have not. We
No,
really should.
Let's put her on the list.
All right,
Let's
needs
do
to go
that.
on the list.
100%.
Think
Yeah.
about this. Like you need two notes from the Power Rangers song. You're going to know what it is.
Meep meep.
Yeah. Or doot, 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 doot. Like right there is all you need.
Doot 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 doot.
Like, people are like, oh, is that
Boop,
Power
boop.
Rangers? That's Power Rangers? Right, and, right away, you're already in the fucking. You're in the show.
I don't know how
Yeah,
good I'll be
sure.
at this competition. I must admit.
Oh man, we got to do
None
it
of
though.
this
We
is-
got to do it now.
I'm in, but I will be
Not
the,
necessarily the competition, but have a potty about
We
it.
will.
yeah, we need to potty about it.
We should.
Cool.
We got to support all those old television shows that don't.
And we can do like any television. We don't have to keep it just in the.
I-
Oh no no,
Agreed,
Like
agreed.
just iconic
right.
television theme songs.
All right.
Yeah.
Sure.
I have to admit, I have to go in retro and research because it's been so and that is definitely.
Oh,
very
right now
90s.
I have a list
Yeah,
in my head.
I have
Yeah.
For some reason, and my kid does this too. My kid will be in another room, and then like the theme song for Parks and Recreation will come on, and he will run and stand in front of the
Nice.
TV. Now I don't know if this is like an autism thing or something like that,
Yeah.
Yeah.
but he just like theme song,
Enjoy
Ah,
it.
and then
loves
once
it.
it's done, gone.
He's gone.
There you
Doesn't
go.
want to watch the
It could
show.
be that. It'd be Family Guy. It could
Yeah.
be The Office. He really likes The Office theme song. So I don't know if it because it comes from me because
Maybe.
I could sing you the Gilligan's Island theme song right now without looking at my
Great.
phone or
that is a
the
I
choice.
could
Brady
not
Bunch.
do that.
Please don't.
word for word.
We don't have the
I
copyright
could
laws
not,
for that.
yeah,
Please don't do
Golden
that.
Girls,
Please don't.
word for word.
I could
Wow.
not
I could
do that.
sing all of them word. Yeah, it's
I remember the first time I heard the Golden Girls theme song on the radio, and I'm like, hey, wait a minute. Hey, the Golden Girls are so popular. The theme songs on the radio, not realizing they just fucking used the
Took the
song.
song.
Yeah.
I remember the first time I heard an actual song as a theme song, or one of the first times.
Well,
I
okay, we need to
realized it.
stop because this is a
Oh,
whole
Yeah, this is a
episode.
whole
Okay,
episode.
so
for
shush.
sure.
So shush.
Yeah.
But
Don't
yes,
hold off.
we'll
hold
do
off,
it.
hold
We
off.
definitely need to do this. 'cause I
Trello
think
now.
We could speak about this for like a whole other hour.
I feel
Oh,
like
yeah, for sure.
Easily could, for sure. Well, let's get back on to Power Rangers. Anything
No, I
anybody
got
wants to
nothing.
reference?
No, I got nothing. I got
Pulled
nothing
out all
else.
the fun strings.
We
It was
we
fun.
kind of sat in the Mighty Morphin era because we
Sure
weren't.
did.
We kind of fell off the wagon.
One thing I'll say is some of the toys they brought out for that were just weird, like the whole Morphin thing with the coin and like all the little weapons and stuff. It's like, holy jeez.
I just watched a little blurb with Jason David Frank, going back to him, and those weird Morphin things with the coin
Yeah.
are actually what they used on set.
They were
Nice.
replicas. Those toys were replicas
Those
of what
toys
they
are
used.
replicas of
Wow.
the exact same thing
That's
that they
fun.
used
That
on
is
set.
fucking
Like,
wow.
Quality and all.
Just
Apparently the quality of
I
them
always
were
wondered,
just
like, why do you guys
garbage.
have these things? Well, now I know. I was like, all right, okay.
Yeah,
well, that's
but yeah,
the thing.
they had those stupid what were they? I guess they were like Morphin something or other, where the head would flip into the
Yeah,
chest and you'd have the
OGs.
helmet and the.
Those are worth a lot of money now.
Oh yeah,
Mhm.
Really?
You can find them. I think those are the original Power Rangers. I only know this because I was watching some sort of toy head vlog and they were talking about it. But something to the effect that some contracting thing happened. They had to stop producing them or something. I'm not sure what. And then they were able to release them, I don't know, a couple years later. But either way, because
know,
of that,
'cause
their originals are worth some money.
Bandai was the one who made the toys, and they're also involved in the show. I
Yeah, they were.
believe.
Yeah, I think so.
I think they might have been involved in the original as well.
Saban Entertainment.
Like I'm talking the original Japanese.
Oh, yeah. That's,
I think they might have been involved in that
Yeah.
as well, or it was
I
the
mean-
toy company.
Bandai. I mean,
Toei.
after Elden Ring can do no wrong in my eyes. Or Elden Ring can do no wrong in my eyes.
Elden Ring.
Elden Ring.
I was wrong.
Elden Ring. If Elden Ring is wrong, is wrong. I don't ever want to be
ring
right.
a ding ding bing bong.
Bandai Namco. They,
I'm
did some crazy shit.
I'm morphined out.
Yes. All right. And you out there, are you a Mighty Morphin Power Ranger fan? Do you like the other Power Rangers?
Are you more phenomenal?
Are you more phenomenal?
Nice.
Oh, there you
I
go.
like
That's
that.
awesome.
I really do.
That's not mine. That's
Oh.
from the show.
Appreciate
okay.
We just want to hear your thoughts on Power Rangers. Was this a franchise close to your heart? Did you care? Do you think it's stupid? We want to know. Let us know your thoughts in the comments. All things Power Rangers and beyond. Did you like any of the other franchises we talked about? Please keep the conversation going. That's what we'd like to do, is talk to you guys about all this fun stuff. For anybody out there that's feeling not so great mentally, we just want to let you know that you matter, not just to us, but to those that are around you. And it's important to talk about anything that's not going well upstairs, because the world's a crazy place and we all need someone to talk to. So we're going to have some links for mental health things, if you will, links for sites in our description. That way you can get the help that you need for such things. But until next time, I've been Harvey.
Dave Shergold.
Aye.
Oh, yeah.
I'm AJ. Dude,
Nicely done. You've been waiting all night.
Oh yeah.
we didn't even talk about Alpha 5. What the fuck? Oh, those Japanese
Best
people.
part of the
Jeez.
movie that Bill Hader was Alpha 5.
Yes, that was
best
the
part
best
of the whole movie.
Best part. Definitely best part. And if you didn't figure it out, people, you just got yourself sarcastically distracted. Thanks so much for enjoying your time with us. Have a great day.
Take care.
Good night.